What would you do if you suddenly become rich? If you suddenly become rich, here are the things you need to do. It is perhaps everyone's dream to live a luxury life and opulence because they strive for a better world. And no matter what riches we are surrounded by, our desire for more luxuries never ceases. In contrast to an atheist who believes his or her life will always be filled with failures, becoming rich is that turning point in a life that separates us from an atheist. When someone overcomes hurdles without hassles because of luck, what if they suddenly become rich overnight? Here is a list of to-dos that you should follow when you become rich so you won't have to scratch your head or surf the internet for answers. Number 1. Increase your capacity. Increasing your holding capacity gradually. It is quite evident that if you suddenly become rich, it would be very difficult for you to hold on to all the liquid assets that you would have access to. The best way to preserve the title of being rich in such a scenario is to manage your finances. But it is also advisable to increase your holding capacity before you plan to use the assets. When we say that you increase your capacity, we mean that you gradually become aware that whatever you have is not huge but just enough to live on. It is important to accept that if you accept this, your possessions will not become exhausted so quickly as a result of the excitement of having more than is required. Number 2. Manage your finances. It is very important to properly manage your finances. Now that you are aware of the need to increase your holding capacity, it is time to figure out how to go about managing your finances. There are two principal ways in which this can be achieved. You may either choose to direct all your possessions into savings and live the life of a miser planning to brighten up and support your future, or you may choose to make use of all the luxuries of life and at the same time properly circulate your liquid assets to prevent them from being exhausted. Despite the fact most people who suddenly become rich try to adjust to their new status by following the first strategy, you can break the rule and follow the second strategy, letting the world know that even if you weren't born rich, you were destined to become rich. Number 3. Invest to earn more. Being rich is not a static situation. As we have mentioned before, and if you keep burning through your money or if you just rely on your savings, things may turn against you. In order to stay rich, live a luxurious life and at the same time have a steady flow of cash, you need to invest your assets in the appropriate places in order to keep them in good condition. The importance of finance-oriented education cannot be overstated. If you do not have the capability of judging the viability of the investment firms that you have shortlisted, it is advisable to hire an investment consultant to help you with your decision-making process. A good rule of thumb to earn money is that the more you spend, the more you earn. Number 4. Set up goals. Prepare yourself for the future by making a plan. In life, you cannot succeed unless you set up a few life goals in your mind. Even if you suddenly become rich and manage your finances the best way possible, you still cannot succeed without setting up some goals in your life. In addition to planning the maturity date of your investments, you should also plan the budget of your dream house and the opulences to adorn it, as well as the purchase of the luxury car you have always wanted. If you do not have goals or fails to achieve them properly, you will surely run the risk of spending too much at one time, which in the long run will prevent you from being able to enjoy them in the future. Number 5. Live a life of luxury. There is a strong correlation between rich and being luxurious. As long as you don't taste the luxuries of life, you can access yourself too. Being rich has no meaning at all. You should show off to the world that you are rich in every sense of the word once you have achieved all of your goals on your wish list and you have achieved both a stable condition and a high status. travel to exotic destinations, buy only the best, prove to the crowd that luxuries can bring the ultimate happiness in life, and let everyone know that luxury is not earned but purchased, unlike respect. And lastly, number 6, don't look back. It is the road to prosperity that leads to success. The majority of people in this world do not have the opportunity to suddenly become rich overnight. Therefore, no matter how your life had been up until that fateful day, start living life to the fullest, no matter how bad it may have been. Don't think about what you once were. Don't let your past control your present well-being and status. And simply forget that being rich was only a wish once in your life. Richness isn't static, but it is everything in life. Don't look back and be sure you make the most out of your possessions. You are on the right path to prosperity when you start here. In conclusion, I hope that this list of must-dos have been able to guide you to living a prosperous life of luxury, even if you suddenly become wealthy and don't know what to do with the money you have won. Do let me know your thoughts by leaving a comment below.